The best part of the Charity Classic is really the partnerships we have with our working charities. They are the lifeblood of how and why this tournament exists. Each of these partners comes together every year to provide the nearly 1,000 volunteers it takes to make this tournament a success. The vital work that they do helps children and families throughout our community, and we couldn't run the tournament without them. And more importantly, they can't run their programs without our support.
Thanks to support from the CVS Caremark Charity Classic, we are able to put 5,000 urban school children on the Bay each year to receive science education.
Our partnership with the Charity Classic has provided hundreds of student scholarships over the last 10 years.
The Charity Classic has been a sponsor of our Gilbert Stewart Middle School team for years, making it possible for hundreds of students to have mentors, tutors during the school day, and after-school program providers.
The Charity Classic helps the Boys and Girls Club provide the Project Learn program in 7 sites throughout the city of Providence. If not for the Charity Classic, thousands of kids would not get the critical help they need with their homework and would not succeed in school.
10% of our disaster services program is covered by proceeds from the Charity Classic. Without these funds, we would not be able to provide services to families throughout Rhode Island who have been affected by disasters, such as home fires, Hurricane Irene, or the spring floods that hit Rhode Island so hard.
The Charity Classic has allowed us to expand opportunities for the athletes of Special Olympics Rhode Island. New programs such as Project Unify and our Athlete Leadership Program has added to our menu, all because of the great partnership with the Charity Classic.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us today for the CVS Caremark Charity Classic kickoff event. And can you believe that we're celebrating the 15th year of this terrific tournament? Now, as you just saw in the video, the philanthropic focus of the Charity Classic is really what this terrific event is all about. It's a winning combination from the golf course back through our communities. And we're certainly proud and actually probably a little humbled that this tournament has given back more than $16 million to local charities that are just doing amazing and wonderful things out in our communities each and every day. And actually last year we donated $1.2 million in vital funding for these area nonprofits. And I do want to thank our 20 working charity partners, I know many of whom are represented here today. You and the nearly 1,000 volunteers that you provide each year are really a driving force. They're the backbone of the tournament, and quite simply, we could not do what we do in the tournament without your efforts and support. So please give yourselves a round of applause. Now, another key ingredient to the success is the support that we get from our sponsors. Our presenting sponsors, Pepsi and Osteo Biflex, they deserve special recognition for their ongoing commitment to the tournament and its charitable mission. And in addition to their support, the contributions of dozens of other partners, it really goes a long way to make the tournament a community event that we all look forward to. And we thank all of our sponsors for their support. We're thrilled to be hosting the tournament at Rhode Island Country Club, which has been with us from the start, and we are certainly grateful for their continued dedication in making the setting for the Charity Classic spectacular for both the players and the fans alike. Now, I do want to take a moment to recognize the hard work and leadership of our co-hosts, Brad Faxon and Billy Andrade. And actually, before I go any further, let's congratulate Brad. He and with his playing partner, Jeff Sluman, actually won the Champions Tour event this past weekend down in Georgia. So, Brad, congrats. But I know everyone here knows the work and support that and hard work that Brad and Billy put into this tournament each and every year. They're passionate advocates for the tournament and the impact that it makes here in Southern New England. They work tirelessly to create a fantastic event year in, year out, and I think you'll be hearing very shortly that the 15th anniversary of the Charity Classic is going to be no exception, and it's not to be missed. Now, before I hand it over to Brad and Billy to share more details about the incredible field that they've assembled, I do want to share some exciting news, something special that we're doing in honor of our anniversary. So we're excited to announce this morning that Dan Hicks, I think many of you know that Dan is the voice of NBC Golf, along with Notre Dame football. Well, Dan's going to be joining us here in Rhode Island this year, serving as the MC for the tournament's opening ceremony and clinic, and I'm sure that he's going to bring his trademark wit and insights and commentary that will make our 15th year even more memorable. So let me hand it over to my partners, Brad and Billy, who will fill you in terms of how the field is shaping up to be another world-class event. Guys.
Thanks, Larry. On behalf of Billy and myself, it's an honor to be able to share this with you and CVS Caremark. Without you, obviously, we couldn't do this in the state of Rhode Island. And just yesterday, I got asked, and we get asked all the time, tell us about the tournament. How does this work in Rhode Island? I mean, it's the perfect combination of us being fortunate enough to be born here and playing golf at Rhode Island as kids, and then having, a company as great as CVS here in the state of Rhode Island and being able to put it together at Rhode Island Country Club. It's perfect. So thank you, everybody at CVS. When you talk about Dan Hicks, a couple years ago I worked for NBC for a few tournaments doing some announcing, and the first term I ever worked for, Dan Hicks had done people don't really remember who the name of the person is. They just remember the voice, but they would start our show off before we went live with a tape of Dan Hicks calling all of Michael Phelps's gold medal races in the Olympics, and you got so fired up you just wanted to run a marathon or something. So it'll be fun to have him. He's a funny guy, married to Hannah Storm from ESPN, so he'll add a lot of flavor. And we're very excited again about announcing our field. I think every year we try and do some new stuff, get the best players in the world here, and I think we got one of the most popular players in the world again. He won the tournament here in 2008, but left-hander Bubba Watson, 16th in the world, and longest hitter on the tour, and one of the most colorful personalities, wouldn't you say, Billy?
No, not really. What he does off the course has been unbelievable. I don't know if you've seen some of his YouTube antics, but if we can get one of those hovercrafters who's going from Narragansett Bay up through the weeds, and that would be probably the...
Working on it.
Are you?
Let's get him here. He can take that up the fairway onto the
green,
Yep.
Go back to the bay. Actually, he could pick me up in Bristol and bring me over. I don't have to worry about traffic or parking. That would be something. But, Bubba's been obviously after winning the Masters last year, he's been a sensation. But here's a guy who came. Cry? He may cry.
He'll cry.
I don't know. But he came early in his career here, and he knows how important it is to the charitable aspect of it. He knows how big this tournament means to both of us. And once you become a major winner, your time and your commitments, and he could go someplace else, and he's coming here. So we're really excited about him coming back. Also coming for the second time, his I don't know if you've seen the YouTube videos of his band, but he has a band called Golf Boys. Golf Boys. And one of his partners in Golf Boys is coming, and Ricky Fowler. Ricky's coming for the second time. He, I think, is defending this week in Charlotte at the Wells Fargo. He won his first tournament last year. He's a former Ryder Cupper. I talked to him at the Masters. I interviewed him one night for AT&T, and he was jacked up about coming back. So having Ricky join us as well is really great for us.
We had Ricky in the field a couple years ago, and as you know, he has the trademark orange hat with the big Puma hat. And our golf professional, Kyle Phelps, was so excited that Ricky Fowler was in the field. He bought 500 Puma hats because he knew he was going to sell them all. And then he withdrew the week before the tournament. So I think he'll...
So Brad's got half of the hats in Barrington, and I get half of the hats at my house in Bristol.
Exactly.
If you want to come
buy a hat,
pick one up.
From Ricky.
Yeah.
And one of the tricks to making this field great is, we have to blend all three tours. We have the PGA Tour, the LPGA Tour, and then the Champions Tour. And this year, with all the scheduling, we were fortunate enough to get back Lexi Thompson. Remember the 16-year-old that we had last year that was 6'1", and she hit it 100 yards past Corey Pavin, but she's decided to come back and play. She's ranked, 26th in the world ranking. She's a phenomenal player and a great kid, and we're glad we had her last year, and we're excited she's coming back again to play this year. Lexi Thompson. She won her first tournament. Right before she came here, yeah.
And joining Lexi for the 5th time is Julie Inkster, Hall of Famer. Julie is 45 career wins. She's, I wish I could get into a Hall of Fame, never mind the Golf Hall of Fame. So to have her back, she's been a great spokesperson for CVS and just a wonderful person. And she comes every year with a big smile on her face and makes everybody feel really great. So she's one of those people that she just never seems to have a bad day. So she's coming back, and we're really excited about having her back.
7th time playing, maybe sixth time playing here. Yeah, fantastic. I was actually supposed to do Julie.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, do me.
No, you did.
Go ahead.
No, I know you're going to be here, but it's
Go
your
ahead.
turn to do that guy, the old guy.
Making his 15th appearance is our good friend from Portland, Oregon, Naples, Florida, Peter Jacobson. 7-time
37
PGA Tour.
veteran.
37 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
Doing his imitations again on the 18th green. We always love having Peter here. And who missed that? Me?
I don't know.
Billy.
Go ahead.
You invited him. You used to talk about him. See, Billy, right there.
Okay. I just want to show you.
Oh. You got glasses and you're not 50 yet.
I know.
It's right there, Billy.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, there it is. Wonderful. My good friend ranked 9th in the world, making his first appearance. He's won the John Deere like 3 times. He's been on the Ryder Cup teams, President's Cup teams. I have talked to him for years and years and years, and every time this tournament, always when he takes his family on vacation. I can't come. I will come eventually. And then at the beginning of this year, he came out and said to everybody in the golf world, I'm cutting back my schedule. I'm not going to play as much. I'm going to spend more time with my family. And then about 2 weeks after that, he called and committed to play in our tournament. So we're really excited to have Steve Stricker here for the first time. Just a great friend. He kind of came up when I came up a couple years after me. And I don't think there's one person in the world that would ever say anything bad about Steve Stricker. I mean,
I thought, the unusual friendship with Tiger Woods. He gave Tiger that great putting lesson this year right before the World Golf Championship at Doral, and Tiger went on to win. They've partnered together in both the Presidents and the Ryder Cup team. So Stricker, world-class player, he's won 12 times, and it doesn't make sense. Like, he and Adam Scott both decided to play less this year, and they're both in the top 5 in the money list.
So what does that mean?
Play less.
Play less?
Yeah, and just play in the CVS Charity Classic. We'll be happy. So,
You want to talk about Europe?
Let's go.
We have something new this year.
Yes, we do. Speaking of, new players we want to enhance the tournament in many different ways. And this year, for 2013, we're adding something called the All Kids Can 3 Challenge. It's a way we're going to incorporate some kids from the charities to play a few holes with actually kids from the Barrington High School golf team, one of the state championship golf team. We're going to have a 3-hole challenge where the 3 kids from a charity are going to pair with a kid from Barrington High School and play the 16th, 17th, and 18th holes on Monday at noon, and just kind of give back a little bit to these kids. Let them see what it's like to play inside the ropes on the tournament course.
So while we're on the front 9 playing the first round, these kids are going to be on the back 9 coming up, playing the last 3 holes. So that's...
So there may be more people watching the kids than watching us.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe.
We better play well. And we're also going to continue this year, again, we've had Pepsi as a sponsor every year, and we're going to have the Pepsi Max shootout. So the amateurs from the Sunday amateur, the team that wins in the morning, the team that wins in the afternoon, they will get to compete on Monday, between the tee times of the golf professionals. And I think it's the biggest thing we've done for the Pro-Am, don't you think so, Larry? I mean, everybody gets so excited, they get nervous, they get dressed up as teams.
go out shopping Sunday night.
Oh, yeah.
Bring in clothing.
That's right. And, they eat breakfast with us. They get more nervous than you've ever seen. So we love doing that. We love making the Pro-Am something that's just not about a gift bag, but about getting back out there in competition.
Do we have enough insurance for the Monday so people don't get?
Yes.
Yeah. And the last thing we're going to do again is something that I've enjoyed because
You win it every year, that's why.
I've helped Best Buddies in Special Olympics, but we have the closest to the hole on 17. Both on Monday and Tuesday, $25,000 goes to the charity that each player plays for a charity that is designated before the tournament starts. So the first year, Best Buddies was, I hit it pretty close, I guess.
Pretty close. I was with you. You hit it like this far away. And
Yeah.
the whole location is in the back of the 17th hole in this little plateau that nobody got it even close to. And you did it twice.
And last year, Special Olympics got it. So we're real excited about that, and it adds so much to the charitable side.
And 25 grand.
And 25 grand absolutely goes. So
Each day.
So we just want to thank everybody for being here. Thank all the charities for coming. It's great to see great smiling faces, and I guess we'll open it up for.
Well, we're going to announce as we have some more people. We're trying to get scheduling and everything. Announce pairings not pairings, but more players to commit.
Yeah.
As they commit, we'll let you know. We've got a few exciting ones coming, we're pretty sure. So thank you very much.
I think one of the best things is that you're a week later and all the kids are going to be out of school this year. That's been a problem in the past. And then you got Ricky Fowler and Lexi Thompson, the hottest young boy and the hottest young girl on the tour. So I think that's a win-win.
Absolutely. Last year with the U.S. Open being out at Olympic Club, our hands were tied to get all the players back from that. So we improvised, and I thought we did a great job last year improvising and having a great tournament. And this year, being that week later, I think it helps the Travelers Championship out, getting players to go there, and then all you got to do is drive an hour and a half down the road to Rhode Island. It helps with our Pro-Am on Sunday, and obviously having the kids out of school is a huge thing. And also Father's Day. Having a lot of the sponsors that might have to leave or can't come because of Father's Day. It's a big day. So I think all those combinations, it's great having it the week after. Plus the golf course might be in a little better shape, the growing season a little bit. So not to say the golf course wasn't in great shape the day after the U.S. Open, but it just works out much better.
I'm a parent of 2 kids in the public school in Barrington. I think, Eileen, school ends Monday, doesn't it? I think that's going to be the lowest attended day in the history of
Monday of the tournament?
Because they added a day from the storms.
So that's another day they get to watch movies.
Exactly.
Oh, it's Fun Day.
Fun Day?
What's Fun Day in Barrington? What do you do? Go on a yacht?
We'll watch golf.
Fun Day in Bristol, you go clamming. You go clamming. Yeah, Cohoggan, clamming.
I think we better get back to the questions.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Scott.
Guys, the 2 people, Morgan and Jay, and the television screen behind you, they're the defending champs. Is it safe to assume that they'll be back to defend the championship?
There's a good possibility they're checking their schedules to see if they can come back, but we're working on it. If there's no more questions, thank you very much. It's a great attendance here today, and we're really looking forward to having our 15th CVS Caremark Charity Classic. Thank you.
Thank you. I totally screwed up.